What if the meals you trust every single day, the ones that feel safe, familiar, even comforting, are quietly putting your heart at risk? Not overnight, not dramatically, but slowly, silently, over decades. Here's something most people don't realize. According to the American Heart Association, someone in the United States suffers a heart attack every 40 seconds. That's over 800,000 lives every year. But what's even more unsettling? Nearly 1 in 5 heart attacks happen with no warning signs. No chest pain, no dramatic collapse, just silence until it's too late. Imagine that for a moment. You wake up, have your usual breakfast, maybe toast, maybe a pastry, maybe a quick canned soup later in the day. Everything feels normal. But beneath the surface, your arteries may already be under strain. Your blood vessels may be stiffening. Your heart may be working harder than it should without telling you. Especially after the age of 70. Because by then, your heart has already carried you through decades of stress, pressure, and hidden inflammation. It's no longer as resilient, no longer as forgiving. And now, even small daily choices can have big consequences. A little too much sodium, a hidden trans fat, a spike of sugar. That's all it takes to tip the balance. But here's the truth most people never hear. Heart disease doesn't begin in the hospital. It begins in your kitchen, in your pantry, in your daily habits, in the foods you've trusted for years. And today, we're going to uncover them. In this video, you'll discover 7 everyday foods that can quietly damage your heart, especially after 70. We'll go step by step, from number 7 all the way to #1, the one that doctors worry about the most. And more importantly, you'll learn exactly what to replace them with, so you can protect your heart, starting today. Because this isn't about fear. It's about clarity. It's about control. It's about giving your heart the support it deserves for the years ahead. Before we begin, take a moment to do something simple but powerful. Comment below, "I choose heart health," tap like, subscribe, and share this with someone you love. Because the knowledge you gain in the next few minutes could truly change a life. Let's begin. Food warning number 7. Canned soups and packaged meals. Canned soup feels safe, warm, simple, familiar, especially on days when you're tired or when cooking feels like too much effort. It feels like a small shortcut. But for your heart, this small shortcut can quietly become a daily burden. And here's the part most people never question. It's not the soup. It's what's hiding inside it. A 75-year-old woman once told me, "I eat light, mostly soup. It's easy on my stomach." She thought she was making a healthy choice. But her blood pressure kept rising. Her ankles began to swell. Her heart felt more tired, without explanation. The cause? Not something dramatic. Just sodium. Because most canned soups contain 600 to 900 milligrams of sodium per serving. And most cans? They contain 2 servings. That means one simple bowl can quietly exceed your daily safe limit. According to the American Heart Association, older adults should aim for no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. Now here's where it gets serious. Sodium doesn't just sit in your body. It pulls water into your bloodstream. That extra fluid increases pressure inside your blood vessels. Your heart has to pump harder. Your arteries feel the strain. And over time, the damage builds. Silently. No pain. No warning. Just gradual pressure. Until one day, your heart can't keep up. And after 70, this matters more than ever. Because your blood vessels are no longer as flexible. Your body doesn't adjust as easily. And recovery is slower. What used to be just a salty meal can now become a real risk. But here's the good news. This is one of the easiest habits to fix. And one of the most powerful. You don't need to give up soup. You just need to take back control of it. Try making a simple homemade version. Fresh vegetables, low-sodium broth, garlic, onion, herbs, a squeeze of lemon. Same comfort, completely different impact. If you still use canned ingredients, rinse them under water. Even that small step can reduce a large amount of excess salt. Because after 70, it's not the big changes that protect your heart. It's the small decisions you repeat every day. So the next time you reach for that can, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this convenience worth the pressure on my heart? Because your heart has been working for you every single day of your life. Now it's your turn to make it a little easier for it to keep going. Food warning. Number 6. Pastries and sweet treats. Pastries, cookies, donuts, cakes. They're not just food. They're memories, comfort, celebration, habit. But after 70, what once felt harmless becomes a hidden threat. These sweet treats are loaded with added sugars that cause rapid spikes in blood sugar. Each spike triggers a surge of insulin. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, a major driver of type 2 diabetes and vascular damage. But sugar isn't the only problem. Most pastries also contain saturated fats, and sometimes even trans fats. These fats increase LDL, bad cholesterol, and decrease HDL, good cholesterol, accelerating plaque buildup inside your arteries. Now imagine this happening inside blood vessels that are already aging, already narrowing, already under pressure. It's like adding fuel to a slow-burning fire. Over time, this combination significantly raises the risk of heart attack. But again, this is not about restriction. It's about smarter choices. You can still enjoy sweetness. Try fresh berries, apple slices with cinnamon, or a small piece of dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher. When baking, use natural alternatives like mashed bananas or unsweetened applesauce. These swaps do more than reduce sugar. They stabilize your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and give your heart the steady support it needs. Because after 70, your heart doesn't need perfection. It needs consistency. And every small, better choice truly matters. Food warning number 5. White bread and refined carbohydrates. White bread and refined carbohydrates may look innocent. A slice of toast in the morning, a soft bagel at lunch, a bowl of white pasta at dinner. They feel simple, familiar, and easy to digest. But inside the body, refined carbohydrates can behave almost like sugar. Why? Because foods like white bread, white rice, regular pasta, crackers, and many breakfast cereals have been stripped of their natural fiber. And fiber is not just something that helps digestion. Fiber slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. Without it, refined carbs break down fast, causing your blood sugar to rise sharply. Then your body releases insulin to bring that sugar down. Up then down. Spike, then crash. Over time, this roller coaster can damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels. It can also raise triglycerides, increase inflammation, and make your arteries more vulnerable to plaque buildup. For someone over 70, this matters deeply. Because aging arteries are already less flexible. They cannot handle sudden metabolic stress as easily as they once did. What felt like a harmless slice of white toast in your 40s may become a daily source of strain in your 70s. But you do not need to fear carbohydrates. Your body still needs energy. The key is choosing carbohydrates that love your heart back. Oats in the morning, brown rice with vegetables, quinoa in a warm bowl, sprouted grain bread instead of white bread. These foods release energy slowly. They help you feel full longer. They support healthy cholesterol. They feed the good bacteria in your gut. And they give your heart steadier fuel. Here is a simple swap. Instead of 2 slices of white toast, try 1 slice of whole grain or sprouted bread with avocado, nut butter, or a boiled egg. Instead of instant sugary cereal, try oatmeal with berries and cinnamon. Small swaps like these may not feel dramatic, but they change the rhythm of your body. Less sugar shock, less inflammation, less pressure on your heart. And after 70, that steady rhythm is exactly what your heart needs most. Food warning number 4. Sugary drinks. Sugary drinks don't feel dangerous. That's exactly why they are. A cold soda on a warm afternoon, a sweet iced tea with lunch, or even a healthy fruit juice in the morning. They feel light, refreshing, harmless. But here's what most people don't realize. Your heart experiences them as a shock. A 72-year-old patient once shared something that stayed with me. He said, "I don't eat junk food. I'm careful with what I eat, but I do enjoy a couple of sodas a day." That was his only habit. And yet, his blood sugar was unstable. His weight slowly increased. His energy dropped. And his heart, under constant strain. Because 1 can of soda can contain 30 to 50 grams of sugar. That's 8 to 10 teaspoons, entering your bloodstream almost instantly. No digestion delay. No buffering. Just a sudden surge. Your body reacts fast. Insulin spikes. Blood sugar rises, then crashes. And over time, this repeated pattern leads directly to type 2 diabetes and damage to your blood vessels. But here's where it becomes even more dangerous. Liquid sugar doesn't make you feel full, so you drink it on top of your meals without realizing how much extra strain you're adding. Day after day, year after year. Now imagine this happening inside a body over 70. Your arteries are already less flexible. Your metabolism is slower. Your heart is working harder just to maintain balance. And every sugary drink adds another layer of pressure. Not loudly, but consistently. And consistency is what changes your future. But here's the hopeful part. This is one of the easiest habits to fix, and one of the fastest to show results. Start small. Replace just one sugary drink a day with water, or sparkling water with lemon, or a calming herbal tea. Many people notice within weeks. More stable energy, less bloating, better blood sugar control, and most importantly, a lighter load on the heart. Because after 70, it's not about cutting everything you love. It's about protecting what matters most. Your independence, your energy, your ability to wake up and live life on your own terms. So the next time you reach for that drink, pause for just a second and ask yourself, is this helping my heart or slowly hurting it? That one question can change everything. Food warning number 3, fried and battered foods. Fried foods, they're hard to resist. Crispy chicken, golden fries, crunchy snacks that bring comfort with every bite. For many, these foods are tied to memories, family meals, celebrations, simple pleasures. But as your body ages, especially after 70, these same foods begin to affect you very differently. When oils are heated to high temperatures, especially when reused, they break down into harmful compounds. They also form trans fats, which are strongly linked to inflammation and artery damage. Inside your body, these substances can damage the lining of your blood vessels, increase bad cholesterol, accelerate plaque buildup over time. This narrows your arteries and restricts blood flow. For an older heart, this is a serious burden, because your arteries may already be less flexible, less open, less able to recover from damage. Even occasional fried meals can add up, especially if it becomes a habit. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up the textures you love. You can recreate that satisfaction without harming your heart. Try baking instead of frying. Use an air fryer with a small amount of healthy oil like olive or avocado oil. Grill or steam foods to keep their natural flavor. If you enjoy crispy textures, use light coatings like whole grain flour or cornmeal. Season with herbs like rosemary, thyme, or paprika. You still get flavor. You still get enjoyment. But without the hidden damage. Because protecting your heart doesn't mean removing joy. It means preparing it in a smarter way. Food warning number 2. Processed meats. Processed meats are everywhere. Bacon in the morning. Sausages at breakfast. Deli slices in a quick sandwich. Ham during family meals. They're convenient, familiar, easy to prepare. But for your heart, especially after 70, they carry a powerful risk. These meats are often loaded with 3 harmful elements. Excess sodium, high saturated fat, chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. Each one alone can affect your heart. Together, they create a dangerous combination. Too much sodium raises blood pressure. Saturated fat increases LDL cholesterol. And nitrates can turn into harmful compounds that damage blood vessels. Over time, this leads to stiff arteries, reduced blood flow, higher risk of heart attack, and stroke. Research has shown that even moderate intake of processed meats, just a few times per week, can significantly increase cardiovascular risk. For an aging heart, this is not a small effect. It's a serious warning. But again, you have options. You don't have to eliminate meat entirely. You just need to choose wisely. Switch to fresh, lean proteins like chicken breast, turkey, or small portions of pork tenderloin. Incorporate more plant-based proteins, beans, lentils, tofu. These foods reduce inflammation, support cholesterol balance, and provide clean energy for your body. If you still enjoy processed meats occasionally, look for nitrate-free or uncured options, and keep portions small. Because after 70, your body responds to everything more deeply. And every bite you choose either protects your heart or puts it at risk. Food warning number 1. Trans fats, partially hydrogenated oils. Trans fats are not just unhealthy. They are one of the most dangerous substances you can regularly consume, especially after the age of 70. You won't always see the words trans fat clearly on packaging. Instead, they often hide under a different name, partially hydrogenated oils. These fats are created through a chemical process that turns liquid oils into solid fats, making foods last longer and taste richer. You'll often find them in packaged baked goods, crackers, margarine, fast food items, but what they do inside your body is deeply harmful. Trans fats increase LDL, bad cholesterol. They decrease HDL, good cholesterol. And they trigger widespread inflammation throughout your body. This combination accelerates plaque buildup inside your arteries. Worse, it makes those plaques more unstable, more likely to rupture suddenly. And that is one of the leading causes of heart attacks. Studies have shown that consuming even small amounts of trans fat daily can significantly increase cardiovascular risk. For an aging heart, already carrying decades of wear and tear, this added burden can be the tipping point. But here is the empowering truth. You can avoid them completely. Start by reading labels carefully. If you see partially hydrogenated oil, put it back. Even if the front says 0 grams trans fat, the ingredient list tells the real story. Instead, choose whole, unprocessed foods. Cook with heart-friendly oils like olive oil or avocado oil. Snack on nuts, seeds, and fresh fruits. Keep your meals simple, clean, and real. Because your heart doesn't need perfection. It needs protection. Let's take a moment to reflect on the 7 everyday foods we've uncovered today. Starting from number 7 to number 1. Canned soups and packaged meals, pastries and sweet treats, white bread and refined carbohydrates, sugary drinks, fried and battered foods, processed meats, and finally, trans fats. Each one may seem small on its own, but over time, they quietly shape the future of your heart. Here's what matters most. Heart disease doesn't happen all at once. It builds slowly, through daily habits, through repeated choices, through what's on your plate, every single day. But that also means something powerful. You have control. You don't need extreme diets. You don't need expensive supplements. What your heart truly needs is consistency. One better choice at a time. Swap a salty soup for a homemade one. Choose berries instead of pastries. Reach for whole grains instead of refined ones. Drink water instead of sugar. Cook instead of fry. These are not sacrifices. They are investments. In more mornings with energy. More walks without fatigue. More years with the people you love. And here's something important to remember. No matter your age, your body still responds. Your heart still listens. And it's never too late to begin. So now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 foods will you start changing today? Comment below and share your commitment. If this message helped you, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more guidance on living stronger, longer, and healthier. Because your heart has been there for you every second of your life. Now it's your turn to take